Gentlemen, it's been an exciting day so far, especially for you, Burns.
Fun talk.
But now it's time for reflection. I want you guys, with this writing challenge, to give some thought about what brought you here and how the journey's been so far. Your writing challenge today will be to write a letter to Roxanne, sharing your thoughts about this journey that you're on. And think about what you'll bring forward into your life from this experience. Good luck.
I did the laundry list. I went through all the guys that I met, listed off what I gained from them, and then just kind of said thanks for the opportunities, thanks for the laughs, and I improvised a poem, and yeah, I'm not a good salesman, especially on something that you can't really sell like a person. So either she likes me or she doesn't, and I am perfectly at peace with that.
I don't know how she's going to respond, but, you know, I think I was honest and sincere. I think I said everything that I needed to say, and hopefully she makes a decision that she thinks is right for her. That's really all that matters.
It was one letter that, you know, let her know how you feel. And I have nothing to lose. I think it's a huge accomplishment to come in, you know, the top 3 after being the first one eliminated.
Very passionate. And the reason I say that is because his writing's kind of heavy.
Hello, Roxanne. I've brought a very special surprise. I'd like you to meet Anne Beers.
Hi, Anne.
This is Roxanne.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Roxanne Anne Beers is a handwriting specialist.
Okay.
And she's had a chance to look at some of the excerpts or handwriting, some of the letters from the suitors, and she has a few things to share with you.
Well, let's start with Mr. Burns.
Okay.
He's a calm and cool and collected type of individual. Okay, he may not show his emotions and his feelings very easily.
Okay.
So it's not that he doesn't have them, but he won't express them freely and easily. He's better at focused tasks as opposed to multitasking.
How do you know that from just looking at the writing? It seems like a lot of information that you can get from just writing. How do you get it?
That is a lot of information, isn't it? Yes, usually when a person has very small handwriting, it takes concentration and focus to write small, and his writing is on the small side. All right, Mr. Percy. Okay, Mr. Percy tends to be optimistic.
Okay.
And likes to look at the bright side of things. Some of his handwriting, especially his signature, had an upward slant to it.
Okay.
So when your handwriting has an upward slant, it shows that
interesting.
you look up.
Oh, cool. Okay. So now, Mr. Oscar, what can you tell me about him?
He tends to be a little bit more ruled with his heart.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's a little more on the emotional side, so you could probably pull at his heartstrings a little bit. And
Yeah, I picked up that as well. That's interesting.
Good. Yeah, he's very passionate. And the reason I say that is because his writing's kind of heavy, so, you know, he'll absorb emotional experiences and he'll remember them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask about mine?
Sure. Let's take a look at your handwriting. See, your writing's got a bit of an upward slant, too.
So positive.
So that shows me you were feeling really good at the time you wrote this. I would say you tend to be ruled with your heart. So usually people that are quite emotional, they like to be romantic, probably really like to be told that you're cared about. And when you are with somebody special, you probably would really like to hear, you know, I love you, or how special you are. And that has to be genuine, but that means a lot to you. You really like to hear that.
I do, yeah.
Today was so much fun. It has probably been my best day yet. I felt like we were just a crazy couple on a crazy date. I've learned a lot about myself, friendship, courtship, and of course you. In the brief and very awkward meetings, and through your letters, I feel the birth of a very deep connection.
Paramount to this whole week has been the emotional journey we've all been on. I'm a meditative person anyway, so I spend a lot of time being introspective. This process, though, has helped me to grow. I've learned that new friends can be made in a room full of adversaries, that egos don't always have to collide, that a cowboy, a preacher, a rocker, a football player, a punk, a gardener, a tough guy, and all the other personalities in the room can get along just fine, even though we're all aiming for the exact same goal.
Roxanne, I guess what I'm trying to say with all of this is that I'm a high risk, high reward for you at this point of the show. I know you've made a connection with both Percy and Burns with them being here all the way through. If you decide to choose one of them and move forward with this journey, I know that you'll be extremely happy with your selection. That being said, I don't want to lose the Roxanne I began to know.
Wild's letter was so cute, and it made me laugh and smile. The funniest part I found about his letter was that when I eliminated him the first time, it was because first of all, his writing was messy, and then the second part is that it was a story, and I was really bothered by his words about, you know, kill your family, and like it was very violent. And then afterwards I thought, oh, you know, in the Romeo and Juliet story, that must have been what he was doing, which is why I thought, oh, I should give him another chance. And then he says, at confession the first night, Karma came back and kicked me in the rear. Sharing my story idea at first with the guys, they all thought the idea of Romeo and Juliet finish was a nice touch. But after being the first one eliminated, the guys keep reminding me that it's not cool to kill the girl you're trying to court.
I put it all on the line tonight. One line I used in my poem was high risk, high reward. You know, for her to pick me, she's going to have to really believe, you know, fate's going to have to step in here.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
The moment we arrived, we're down to the last three. This has been a very difficult decision for Roxanne to make. Please approach your mailboxes.
I personally have had no regrets about anything I've done on the show. I've been completely honest with you guys. Everything I say to you, I repeat back to them verbatim and say, this is what I said about you, just so you know, because all this is going to come out in the end. So my only real goal of this was to be completely honest with myself and with everyone involved.
Obviously, my time with her has been extremely condensed. Connection-wise, Burns has never really shared too much of his letters, where Percy's a little bit more open, you know, any questions, anything like that. So I think it's a toss-up. I really don't know.
Burns did have a great picnic with Roxanne. Burns is playing it rather close to the vest right now, and I think that's because we're coming close to the crunch. We're almost done here, and I think that a competitive advantage is good for both of us. So I respect his decision not to tell me too much about it, and I didn't press him.
And will the Dear John please remain standing?